Would you rather have it be true that Christmas trees feel pain and scream when you cut them down, or have it be true that Christmas cookies feel pain and scream when you eat them?
I don't think... all right, so here's the question. Do both entities scream... Like, once I cut the tree down, it's dead, right? I don't bring it home and it's screaming. Okay. I'm going to go
think about how long it takes to cut down a Christmas tree.
That's what I'm saying. So I think I'm...
God!
Yeah.
Stop!
You sound like the Saul Rosenberg of trees.
Yeah, I think I'm going cookies. Because, like, depending on the cookie size, I could put up a whole cookie in my mouth. You know what I mean? I could just avoid fucking the death screams entirely at that point, quite frankly.
Okay, well, I mean, you'd hear that muffled.
Yeah, but that's...
But here's the thing, though. Like, how many cookies... Okay, let's say through a holiday season, how many cookies do you think you eat?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Christ, I had 6 earlier, and 1 between the break.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I've had about 3 today myself.
Now, these weren't...
Just think about the...
Hold on. These were just circular. Did they have to be the actual kind of like people-shaped? Like,
No.
Oh.
That's fair.
That's kind of...
I don't think alive is people-shaped.
It's just...
Here's another question. Do they know that they're, like, are they sentient in the cookie tin preparing for death? Like, are they screaming in the cookie tin, like, knowing that their impending doom is me eating them? Or
I think
I pick it up. Is it like the tiny alien thing, the aliens in fucking Toy Story? Are they like, yeah, choose me, and then I fucking eat it, and then it's like, oh, don't choose me, but they don't realize that until I bite them. Like,
I think that's a perfect example. Like, yeah, I mean, they're sentient-ish, but I mean, that obviously they're not. You know, there's not high brain function going on, but yeah, I think that's the perfect example. Like the little alien guys, like from Toy Story. Yeah, I think that's a good example. Yes, they are like that. Pick me, and then oh shit, he's disemboweling me inside of his chomper hole.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm still gonna go cookies because, like you said,
glad that didn't change anything for you.
No, it didn't change anything. I just wanted to make sure I knew the lay of the land because, like I said, I think it's just quick and painless. They seem excited about it. So, like, every time I open the cookie tin, they're like, hey, you know what I mean? Whereas I feel like, if we're offering the same sentience to the trees, like when I go cut down Phil, like he's the first tree, you know what I mean? Then, like, Bob and Jeff and Frank and Jesse around him are going to be like, oh, holy shit, did you see that? And it took like hours. They fucking tortured him. So
they let his kid go for a half hour. They let his 7-year-old Kyle who fucking...
they let the kid do it for 20 minutes. Like the farm only has hand tools. Like they don't even allow you to bring a power tool. Right. So... yeah, cookies. I feel like it's much easier to deal with for me personally.
That's fair. I do appreciate how you set up your own parameters for like the sentient nature of the cookie, and then still threw it all out the window. So you made it acceptable for yourself, and then you still murdered them. But no, that's fair. I like your answer.
Yeah, because I still keep in mind I carried that logic over to the trees. So
yes, very true.
Yeah.
So okay,
Wes.
My only question, because Alan and a lot of questions that I was going to ask were asked by Alan and answered. So the only thing that's really hanging on this is the cookie dead upon it being bitten in half and then chomped into hundreds of other bits and then ingested, or is there a brief period of ingestion? Hitting stomach acids that you're still cognizant of, like sometimes snakes eat things and then they're still alive as they're getting digested. Is there any of that going on?
I would say think of like Quint from Jaws. Like he was like kind of bitten in half, and then he was kind of thrashed around, and then he was dragged underwater. Still breathing at that point, aware of his tragic fate on the way to the bottom of the ocean as Jaws continued to chomp and swallow bit by bit by bit. So yeah, I would say it's a pretty tragic death for the cookie. Fairly aware of its own mortality on its way down your esophagus.
Sure. Ooh, boy. Is it toughie?
Painted a picture there.
See here. My father used to tell me he would say, imagine yourself in a bucket full of shit up to your neck, and I throw a bucket full of snot at you. Do you duck, or do you take the snot to the face? That's kind of what I feel like I've been I've been asked here. My point was, like, I don't want to be worked through someone's or it's anything's small intestine for that matter, and then plunge into. I don't know if you've ever seen what's the hell is that Dennis Quaid movie, Inner Earth or Inner. Where he's in that small that small spaceship inside Martin Short's body.
Wait, is that Dennis? Okay, it is Dennis Quaid. Oh man, you're killing me with this because I remember that was one of my favorite movies as a kid. Inner Space. But
you watch some of that stuff fall into the bat of stomach acids. Now, how medically correct that movie is to be determined. But I don't want that. And damn it, I guess there might be some honor in knowing that I'll stand tall in someone's living room for a month to 3 months, depending upon how obnoxious the family is, and be their pride and joy once. So I'll go with the Christmas tree.
Yeah, I'm glad Alan brought up a lot of those questions because I think I was internally struggling with a few of them myself. The cookies are kind of dumb, and so yeah, they're going to meet a tragic fate. The tree. See, here's the problem I have with the tree. Much like you guys were talking about with like the entire family standing around watching you murder their friend and loved one, and then you wrap it up in some sort of mesh and throw it on top of your car like you're some sort of 1960s gangster living out in Las Vegas, and then you drag the dead body into your house and then you prop him up in the corner and then decorate him like a sociopath for your entire family to enjoy for a month. I mean, that's sadistic, man. I mean, at least with the cookies, you're getting some sort of enjoyment, a pleasurable experience. You're getting, it might be bad nourishment, but it's nourishment nonetheless. The cookies are providing you with this internal joy. You get to taste them. Cookies are fucking delicious, which is why we stuff them in our gullet. Now, there's like a genocide going on with a tin of cookies, especially around the holidays. Like you're passing them around to your family and your friends. You're stuffing them in your face yourself. I would almost feel like with assholes like ourselves that it would become a whimsical experience to hear who can get the cookie that screams the loudest for its life and misery to end in the quickest fashion. And
do any different types do different types of cookies react differently? You think? Like,
sure.
Like would an oatmeal raisin, like maybe like a vegan be like, this is what I'm for, man. I'm for sustenance, man. This is this sucks. You know what I mean? Or like a macadamia nut. Does it hurt more because I have to use like worse biting power, or like just little things?
I just thought it would scream in like a Hispanic accent or something.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's wine, but yeah, whatever. We're all dark tan. I get it.
The macadamia nuts were like south of the border.
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that's a Hawaii thing.
No, okay. All right. Well, I will stop. But yes, I will say there would be an ethnic tone to your to your cookie screams. I don't think they speak to you though. It's just a scream. Okay, it's an unintelligible, just universal agony, writhing, painful scream to their death. But I'm going cookies. Alan's going cookies, and Wes is the sicko with the dead body just in the corner that he's strung up with lights and ornaments.
Karen, I got the most expensive one in the store. That's it. Right there. Good fellas.